the illegal participation penalty is enforced, what is it? Is it a previous spot? Where the player returned inbounds? Is it where the player went out of bounds? End of the run? Or somewhere else? So if you were listening, Mike kind of gave you a little hint, but maybe not. Maybe Mike was wrong. So here we go. Legal participation on this one, because we're doing penalty enforcement. It's important. We're going to talk, when we have penalties like this, we're going to try to throw a couple penalty enforcement questions in, because let's be honest, in high school, we suck at penalty enforcement. I mean, we're talking about across the board. And I made my mistakes. I'm sure others have had. We can always be better with penalty enforcement, because I've said this before, and I know we got a lot of newer people maybe watching, is that high school football, or football in general, is one of the most complicated games there are out there, because you've got so many exceptions. If you referee basketball, you're either putting the ball out of bounds or you're shooting free throws. Just think about that. Those are the only two things that you can do. You got a 50-50 shot of getting it right every time. In football, you don't. All right, so we got about 27 people, so we're going to show the results of this one. So the league is where the player returned. Previous spot, end of the run. Okay, we're doing real good on this, 90%. Thanks, Mike. Mike gave away the answer, but that's okay. I love Mike anyway. He didn't know that this question was next, but that's okay. Now let's walk through the play real quick and understand why that is the case and really how we're going to enforce this. So going back to the play, so that's where he steps out. So that there's no foul here yet. This player does not foul until they return, and then they participate in the down. So now that player has returned on their own and participated. They're blocking. That's participation. So now that flag would go somewhere around the 21, 22-yard line, depending on exactly where they returned. And now we have a run. Okay, so now where's that? We got to think about this. All right, so the end of the run, what's the result of the play? The result of the play is the end of the run is at the 5-yard line. A foul occurred during the running play. Did not occur during the loose ball play. Okay, that's very important. And there really was no loose ball play. It was a running play from the beginning. So this was a running play. So we know that we're going to have a basic spot enforcement. This foul is enforced. Basic spot on a running play is the end of the run. But wait, it's not the end of the run, because the foul occurred behind the end of the run. So the basic spot of this foul, the spot of enforcement, is where this player returns in bounds. So this play goes.